Back at it like some basketball addicts. We are here on the couch talking hangout basketball. So the Detroit Pistons spent a lot of money in free agency. They got a point guard that only shoots threes. They got a power forward that only shoots threes, right? Okay, I'm getting this all right. So they decide, after a couple of months, to fire Mo Cheeks, one of the greatest point guards in NBA history and a good coach in my eyes. Was that the right fire, knowing that Joe Dumars has fired 8 coaches since 2008?
Yes. And you say that Maurice Cheeks is a good coach. Okay, he's the benefactor of the blue box theory in the NBA, just recycling coaches over and over and over
again.
They're not recycling Lionel Hollins. Listen, if he can't get big men like Drummond and Monroe, and with the talented players of Jennings and Smith,
they both have to be 10
play together in one of the weakest Eastern conferences that we've ever seen, he deserves to be fired. I'm sorry, a 21-29 record at that time, not good enough.
I don't know that he was ever the right pick to be hired as that coach, and that's where you have to start looking at Dumars. To me, let's take the Detroit Pistons and the Boston Celtics, 2 teams who knew they weren't competing for the title this year.
Right.
What was their philosophy coming into the year? Danny Ainge in the Celtics, I loved what he did. Got rid of all the big contracts, brought in young players, and made an outside-the-box approach to bring in Brad Stevens as the coach instead of that recycling market that you're talking about. And you look at the Celtics right now, I think they're in way better shape going to the future than the Pistons are.
And they got all the draft picks. I'm not even going to let you talk about them for a second. I want to jump to Anthony Bennett and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The man that drafted Anthony Bennett is now on the outs, and I'm wondering, is that the right fire, knowing that Mike Brown has all this talent on the floor? Kyrie Irving is not passing the ball. What is going on with these guys? But we also have to send a big shout out to our guy, 19-10, career highs. Anthony Bennett showing out.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I think we've got to take it easy on Anthony Bennett. He had some injuries over the summer. I think he has very tough asthma, and the difference between the pro game and in America, the NBA and Europe, is that you play almost every night, as you guys know, versus Europe where you play once a week. NCAA is the same thing, so he would have been able to control his asthma a little bit better. Having said that,
Cavs are bad.
The Cavs are absolutely horrible.
1-4 straight now.
Yeah, they're
1-4 straight.
Look, they let the Lakers beat them with 5 people. Okay,
and Ryan
they're
Kelly
very bad.
Very bad. Ryan Kelly's not actually a Laker.
Did the Lakers come to Toronto and beat the Raptors too? I'm just saying the Eastern Conference is so pathetic
not with 5 people.
that it wouldn't surprise me if the Cavs now go on to push for a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. They're only 2 or 3 games back of a playoff spot right now.
Okay, listen, they're
Tristan
bad.
Thompson is balling right
He's
now.
balling.
Right. No,
And a guy like Kyrie Irving, man, they have enough talent to compete against the Charlotte Bobcats for that 8th spot. I'm sorry, they are a team that should be in the mix. If that's what it takes, getting out the GM, then that's what it takes, man.
I don't know that it's a GM. I thought he put together a lot of talent there. Honestly, I feel that Kyrie Irving needs to stop being Uncle Drew and pass the goddamn ball if you really want to hear my thoughts on it.
I got him into the All-Star game, so he's going to keep doing it. The problem with the Cavaliers is the chemistry in the locker room, and that is what they have to address, and it should have been addressed at the start of the season.
A high school locker room is what they're calling it.
That's what it's like. But that happens sometimes, but you have to get in there and fix it by hook or by crook.
All right, well, listen, we still have one more segment on the hangout. We got to talk about the King throwing balls off of the wall and then dunking them all over the place. The King is the man. And heads up, Thursday, February 20th, the NBA trade deadline. You always get your NBA information right here on the hangout, and we'll be here live at 4 o'clock to give you all the info you need. Stay tuned.